He had millions, power, and muscle across New York. But when a young prosecutor threatened to bring him down, Dutch Schultz made the most reckless decision in mob history. He tried to take out a government official, and for that, the Mafia took him out. This is the story of how one mobster crossed the line and paid the ultimate price. You're watching American Outlaws, only on Learn Some. Arthur Flegenheimer, better known as Dutch Schultz, wasn't your typical gangster. He wasn't Italian, he wasn't refined, but he was dangerous, ambitious, and completely unpredictable. And in the 1930s, that made him a problem for everyone. Born in the Bronx in 1901, Dutch dropped out of school young and got his start running beer during Prohibition. He was smart, brutal, and had no problem doing the dirty work himself. He took over territory by force, raiding rival trucks, bribing cops, and leaving bodies in his wake. By the mid-1920s, he was one of New York's top bootleggers, pulling in millions. And when Prohibition ended, he pivoted fast. Dutch moved into the numbers racket, running an illegal lottery out of Harlem that made him even richer. He had a crew of loyal killers and extortionists, and when things got rough, he leaned on Murder Inc., the Mafia's enforcement arm. At his peak, Dutch was making over $20 million a year, but with that kind of money comes attention. Enter Thomas Dewey, a young, ambitious prosecutor on a mission to clean up New York. He started targeting mob bosses, and Schultz landed on his radar. Dewey indicted him for tax evasion, but Dutch beat the case twice. Still, Dewey wasn't giving up. Because of this ongoing pressure, Schultz grew more and more paranoid, convinced the next case would stick. And he made a decision that would seal his fate. Dutch wanted Dewey dead, plain and simple. He brought the idea to the commission, the newly formed ruling body of the Mafia, but they shut it down immediately, killing a public official. That kind of heat could bring the entire underworld crashing down. But Dutch didn't care. He told his men to start planning the hit anyway. If you're into mob history, power plays, and true American crime legends, make sure you're subscribed to Learn Some for more. American Outlaws. The Mafia couldn't risk it. If Dutch went through with this plan, the government would come down on all of them. So, they took him off the board. On October 23rd, 1935, while dining at a Newark chop house, Dutch Schultz was ambushed in the bathroom by Mafia hitmen. He staggered out, gut shot, and collapsed on the floor. He died the next day, babbling deliriously from a hospital bed. With Dutch gone, the Mafia took over his rackets without a fight. Thomas Dewey's fame skyrocketed. He'd eventually become governor of New York. As for Schultz's fortune, some say he buried millions in cash somewhere in upstate New York before he died, but it's never been found, and his legend only grew with time. Dutch Schultz didn't go down in a hail of glory. He went down because he played a move even the Mafia wouldn't back. If you thought this was wild, wait until you see what happened when Al Capone ordered the Valentine's Day Massacre. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned some.